Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Friday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Juma Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters, and thank you very much indeed to all who tried to reach out. I had to put off the phones and rejuvenate the body. It's necessary that I do, and thank you very much indeed for all the prayers and well wishes. This morning, there are two quick let the retirees go conversations that I would want to have with you. One, a love letter that was written from the board of the Kibu Teaching Hospital, because tomorrow, or rather Sunday, will be the end of the tenure that was given to Dr. Ampoma. And the board had written a letter because there are 6 different unions at Kibu Teaching Hospital, including the nurses who are at Kibu, who have written to distance themselves from a supposed statement made by the regional regional executive of the Nurses Union, Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association Union there, to say that, well, they are in support, etc. The board has written a love letter. I'll read that to you. Also, today being the 4th, marks the end of the contract extension, which the president said he would never ever do on August 5, 2022. This contract extension was given to the National Theatre boss. And as we speak, I understand that Madam is on leave. Madam is on leave, but the notice, which I showed you some time ago when it was pasted, is missing, has been missing on the notice board at the National Theatre as we speak, because it was from 2022 to 2024. And sometimes people think that the years may never come close. But this is the love letter from the Kibu Teaching Hospital. 3rd October 2024, the Chief Executive, Kibu Teaching Hospital, dear sir, notice of end of tenure and interim arrangements. The Board of Directors of the Kibu Teaching Hospital wish to inform you that your 4-year term as Chief Executive Officer comes to an end on October 3rd, 2024. On behalf of the board, I extend our sincerest congratulations to you for your dedication and invaluable contributions to the growth and development of the hospital during your tenure. As we await communication from the appointing authorities regarding the next steps, the board has resolved to appoint Dr. Frank Owusu-Setre, Director of Medical Affairs, to act as interim Chief Executive Officer effective the 6th of October 2024. The board's primary concern remains the seamless continuity of the hospital's operations and the well-being of our patients. We solicit the cooperation and support of all stakeholders during the transition period. Thank you. Signed by Dr. David Nkansa Jamina. He's the board chair. Copy to the Minister of Health, who has been petitioned by the 6 unions, board of directors, to Dr. Frank Owusu-Setre, who is going to be acting. And I need to tell you that the unions have agreed with the police. The police have given them a green light. If by Monday they see the former CEO still at post, they say they will go on strike. And every single day, they will continue a strike if he stays in office. Plus, they will withdraw services. So renal services, emergency services, pharmaceutical services, all the services that you do at Kibu, which are outpatient related, and some even for those who are in there, will be withdrawn. And that's the thing they are putting out there. Now, I have asked a question about fighting corruption. Say, oh, I'm here because I don't want to go because I'm fighting corruption because people are fighting me. And I said, give me one example of a corrupt activity that you saw, that you fought, all right? And what systems you put in place and who was implicated in that particular corruption. When a leader says that, that's the question you ask. Those are the questions you ask. If anybody says, I am here because I'm fighting corruption and I don't want to go because if I leave, corruption cannot be fought, the point is that you cannot be there forever. That's one. Number two, you need to put in systems that long after you are gone, the systems will work so that corruption becomes a thing of the past. Number three, you need to prove that this your corruption fight is indeed a reality, not a hoax, right? And that there was indeed somebody who had done something that was corrupt, and you had caught that person and put the person before a disciplinary committee, giving the person a fair hearing, and then taking action. Then when you say, I am there and I don't want to leave because I'm fighting corruption, then people will say, okay, yeah, let's give him another chance. But if not, no. Now, this morning we'll talk about Galamsey, and I've heard a lot of talk about Galamsey. Galamsey is, if you like, the new national leadership without a leader. The new national leadership without a leader. So in fact, Galamsey has now become the new national emergency. Show me the food from the Galamsey sites. There are foods that you will eat today, that you have been eating since Galamsey began, that you have been eating since you saw the polluted water, right? Show me, there's fish, dry fish. And this is to our brothers and sisters who are out there in the diaspora who say, oh, we are complaining too much about Galamsey. It didn't start today. Governments have come, governments will come and go. Galamsey will always be there. This fish, you people come, you buy it, they put it in the African market, you go there, you buy it, you enjoy, you prepare your soups, a boom, say, a boom, dear, you are all eating the same Galamsey, because the truth of the matter is that the Birim River, the Pra River, the Densu River, the Weja River, that all sips now into the ocean, right? Some of these fish is harvested from there. Show me the fufu. The fufu that you will be eating. It is possible that your fufu has mercury and cyanide. Very possible that the fufu that you ate yesterday and the one that you are going to eat today has cyanide and mercury. So you are dying slowly, but you think you are enjoying because you are chewing fish. No. Where do the fishes come from? Where are they harvested from? Where are they harvested from? The Densu feeds the Weja. The Weja feeds the Weja Dam. The Weja Dam supplies water to the southwestern part of the Greater Accra region. So those who live at Dansoman, Botiano, Tetegu, Tesano, Kaneshi, Yabosokai, Malam, all of those places, you are all drinking the cyanide water. So let nobody deceive you that you live in Accra, and so you are far from it. Show me the gobe, the favorite. You all eat gobe. You like gobe. Gobe is good. Everybody likes it. But this is your gobe. It is possible that the gobe that you're going to eat today has cyanide. Show me wache. It is possible that the wache, even the tea you are drinking today, the water that you are fetching today, because I've told you that Ghana Water Company does not have a system that takes away the what do you call it? That takes away the mercury and the cyanide. All they take away the silt. That's all they take away. But let me remind you, our president once said that he doesn't know how to bring human lives back. You remember during COVID? But he knows how to bring the economy back. He also told us one time that he is all for potable water. There's a tweet there. Show me the tweet of the president. Back then, when he was looking for power, he said, oh, he is all for potable water. And these days, when you talk about Galamsey, you hear people, this is what the president said. He said, I want a Ghana where every citizen has access to potable water. Hashtag MPP Solutions Manifesto. This was tweeted at 3:37 p.m. on the 10th of September, 2016. This was the president then. Is the president still committed to giving us potable water? And when you talk about potable water, and you talk about Galamsey, and you talk about all these things, you now hear people saying that, oh, we should build a consensus. We should have a middle ground. Everybody should come together to fight it. I agree. I perfectly agree that we should come together to fight it. But we must not first fail not to ask the question about authorities' leadership and the failure of leadership. The accountability question must be put. We can build consensus, yes, but the accountability question of who was put in charge of what and what did the person give to us, that question must be put. That simple question must be put. This is another river in the central region. It serves Agona East and Agona West. Agona East and Agona West. River Yensu. You see how it is? Now, you tell me, those defending this and those making all the calls about consensus and not to ask people who was placed in charge of this. There was somebody who was placed in charge of lands and natural resources. There was somebody who was placed in charge of national security. There was somebody who was placed in charge of environment, science, and technology. There is a DCE who is the head of the District Security Council, or the municipal chief executive who is in charge of music. This is a photo. Credit to GBC, the state broadcaster. This is the Pra River meeting the ocean, the sea. So those of you think, oh, I only chew fish from the sea. The sea has salt. It will kill cyanide. It will kill mercury. This is it. We must begin to ask the questions of accountability first before we start talking about consensus. Because if we fail to ask the questions of accountability, we'll go back to the situation we had in COVID. You remember when we were in primary school, they said, oh, water is colorless, it is odorless, it doesn't have to be milky, The sea, the ocean is blue, sky, it takes a reflection of the sky. This one is telling us the direct opposite of what we learned in JSS. And when you ask the questions, you become like the devil. And there are people in Accra who are supporting this rape of the earth and a sin on man and nature. Why? Why are we so wicked to the point that now this was taken in September 2024, state broadcaster GBC, they took these shots. They took these shots September 2024. There's a map I want to show you, the Densu River Basin. So you get an understanding of what the Densu River Basin looks like. And the communities and the villages and towns that, the Densu River serves, that it goes through. Those that get their fishes from it. And now, okay, so this survey was done a long time ago. This is dated 2010. Levels of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons in the Densu River Basin. There's a PDF with a map. It will show you how the entire Densu River Basin looks like. The communities it engulfs. And then you can tell me if it is okay for you to be drinking mercury and cyanide, to be serving it to all these people. There's a 3-day demo that's ongoing. It is a sequel to the first demo that was had, where people were picked up. Somebody's wife was going to give birth, they picked the person up. Somebody is from Mars, they picked the person up. And you ask yourself, why is it so difficult to have a simple demonstration about the same thing that the president spoke about in opposition together with his own people in opposition? Why is it so difficult to demonstrate about it? Somebody who came a human rights champion, is not difficult for you to demonstrate. Tell me one demonstration that wanted to go to the Jubilee House to present a petition that has been able to do that. Tell me. The Catholic bishops say, oh, they want to go to the presidency to go and give them a petition. They want to do a prayer protest, etc. I want to tell my Catholic, because I'm an Anglican, so we are Anglo-Catholics. I want to tell my Catholic brothers and sisters and the entire bishops' conference, people have prayed in the past. We saw people at the Galamsey sites praying. Those same people, some of them, they visit the president. Some of them, they are friends with the ministers. Some of them, they visit the president. Some of them, they are friends. They are friends. So you ask yourself, why can't they tell the president in his face that, Mr. President, this is wickedness? Why can't they tell them? Why can't they pause to mention and say that, no, Mr. President, this is so wicked? Why can't they say it? They want to have a prayer session. And somebody says, that's all we know. We know the problem, but yet we wait. We want to have a prayer session. The problem of Galamsey is not the problem of prayer. The problem of Galamsey is the stupidity of a few people trying to kill us all while we still live on the fatherland, the motherland. And the small social studies I studied in school, And my friends and I like to read geography and I like to read white. Forest reserves are not supposed to be mined into. So if you have a nation where the president now is asking organized labor to give him some more time to take a decisive decision, and then the same president knows that he was chairman of a cabinet meeting that was held that says that don't give anybody an opportunity to go into any forest reserve to go and mine. Also, stop the importation of these, excavators, etc. And that particular, cabinet report, a cabinet letter and directive was poo-pooed and rubbished. How much time more do you need, Mr. President, to show the people small commitment? How much time do you need to show the people small commitment? Operation Vanguard had a specific duty. You carry people's husbands, their fathers, their brothers, their cousins, whatever. You took them there. I always say, Major Maxwell Mahama, apologies to his family and condolences to his family. He died for nothing. You carried them. You had a specific duty. The specific objective of the Operation Vanguard was to stop illegal mining. Finished. Can we then ask the question of accountability before going to consensus that of all the money we pumped into it, where are the drones? Who was in charge? Why did it fail? That accountability question must be put so that we don't put the same square plugs in the round holes. This is the Densu River Basin. Take a look at the towns it affects. Sum, Koforidua, Mangoase, it comes down to the Greater Accra, all the Aikai, Doblo, Ashalaja, all those places, Weja, all those places. This is the Densu River Basin. And the people around the Densu is polluted. The Pra is polluted. The Brim is polluted. And Cobra is polluted. Ayensu is polluted. So we are only drinking cyanide and mercury and arguing about consensus and why we should not have consensus and have consensus and why we should not be accountable. I was telling you about COVID, consensus and accountability. When COVID came, we were told that, spread calm, not fear. 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 We later got to know that in our quest to spread calm, to fix COVID and not fear, where our president said he knows how to bring the economy back, but he doesn't know how to bring lives back. We got to know when the accountability day came, after the IMF demanded it as a prerequisite before they would give us any help at all because we have failed to manage the economy ourselves. We got to know on the day of accountability that the COVID money was shared to party people like chewing gum. And they themselves started saying it. The COVID money, it was shared. So we were being fooled to believe that, we are all in this together. Accountability will come, but let's build consensus. Let's fight the virus now. We don't know what's going to happen. We are all going to die. Then when the day of accountability came, we all realized that this is bad. So, for example, Dr. Gideon Boaku, he is an advisor to the vice president who is subservient to the president of the republic. The president is their principal at the Jubilee House, in charge of the executive. But the president is our agent. He's our servant. Put the thing that Dr. Gideon Boaku wrote up. He says, hypocrisy is when you gloss over the polluted Odor River and Kole Lagoon in Accra, but demonstrate over a polluted Pra or Tano River outside Accra. You see the problem? Now it says equal attention. Please put it up. He says equal attention. Hypocrisy is when we gloss over the polluted Odor River and Kole Lagoon in Accra, but demonstrate over a polluted Pra or Tano River outside Accra. Equal attention. This is what Dr. Gideon Boaku said. Now, he's calling those of us who are asking the question of accountability hypocrites. He is also suggesting, as a PhD holder, that the Tano and Pra River are not in Accra, so we are glossing over the Kole Lagoon and then the Odor River. I want to ask Dr. Gideon Boaku, because he would not have been advisor to Dr. Bawumia at the presidency if Nanado had not become president, because we didn't vote for Dr. Bawumia, nor did we vote for Gideon Boaku. No. We voted for Nanado, who found it necessary to bring Dr. Bawumia, who also brought Gideon Boaku. So let me ask him a question. Dr. Gideon Boako, was it not your Nanado who came to tell all of us that I will make Accra the cleanest city in 4 years? Was it not your Nanado? Was it not your Nanado who went to stand at the Odo River and said he was going to transform it into a world-class space for us to have regatta and boat rides on it? Was it not your Nanado? And then when the 4-year period came, he told us that, oh, it is towards the end of his tenure. His 8-year tenure is coming to an end in 2 months. Was it not your Nanado? Have you asked him the accountability question? You work with him in that office. Have you asked him a question? That is the level of hypocrisy that you have and all those people have. That is the level of hypocrisy that you have. Have you bothered to ask the president a question? That all the money that we sank $43 million into the Odo River, have you bothered to ask what became of the Odo River after we sank $43 million into it? That is the level of hypocrisy that you have. So it's not about, I've demonstrated this morning that the Tano Pra, they flow into the ocean in Accra. You are talking about the Korle Lagoon. The Odo goes and connects through the Korle Lagoon. The Korle Lagoon Ecological Restoration Program. Remember CLEP? I've asked Mayor Nia Jesoa. I've asked Mayor Okovandapoy. I've asked them questions. None of them could answer the question. Was it not under your Danado that he said he will make Accra the cleanest city? Does he not know that Kolebu Teaching Hospital, when they finish washing dead bodies, they put the water in the Korle Lagoon? Does he not know? Do you not know? That is the level of hypocrisy I'm talking about. We are young people. And we must stand up for our nation when it matters. We are very young people. We must stand up for our nation when it matters. See, there's something that happened in Japan in the early 50s. Nimamata, the Nimamata story, and you can read it on the internet, the Nimamata story. Show me that video. There's a Nimamata. They consumed mercury in Japan because a factory put mercury in the water. They put mercury. Please give me a little time, Shadrach. Let's finish this because I've been missed and there's a lot of content that the people missed. Nimamata in Japan. People were born with seizures. People were born with deformities. That's where we are going. And then people are now more interested in votes and what election they can win or lose, but not concerned about the lives of the people who will go and queue to vote. Nimamata, play it. I won't play the video, but I won't play the audio. I'll just speak over it. Nimamata. Fast forward to where the people were reacting. Fast forward, a senior citizen sent it to me yesterday. Incidentally, I'd also read about Nimamata, and I'll tell you how much the UN has given us to end the use of pollution. Look at human being. This is how you be seizures, strokes, your liver, your kidney, they will all go bad. Your Kolebu is in a shambolic stage. Your Konfanoche doesn't even have renal machines proper to be able to match the numbers that you have as a society. Then Nimamad, look at it. They even tried it on a cat. You see how the cat will behave. The cat is not dancing bobobo or panlogo or kete or adoa or achagbako. This is Nimamata. The story, that's what I'm talking about. This is the Nimamata thing. It kills people. The UN saw it. And they decided that we're going to vote money into it. Now, take me to the EPA. Look at it. Nimamata. See how somebody is reacting. The person is not dancing. Oh. They are reacting to the consumption of mercury. That's what I'm talking about. So as you go to eat that fufu I showed you, the wache, the gobe, the kenke, the fish, fresh fish soup. This is what you are eating. Possibly you would get this. It is possible for you to get this. So if you are a young person, you will go enjoy the demonstrators because your future has been toyed with. Why wasn't Nana Santi Bedeto brought in when he was stabilized? To come and receive treatment at Kolebu. Why? I'm asking you why. Take me to the EPA. Sisters, our time is almost done. Now, this is the national focal points. This is the UNO, the UN. And that's why I said that I will be shocked if in November I see our country represented at the climate conference. Lovely Sapon is the deputy director in charge of the Environmental Protection Agency. She is our focal person. her appointment, the day Ghana signed, we signed onto this Nimamata Convention in 2014. By 2017, we had been okayed. This was the letter we wrote to them. Show me the other document. This is on the UN website, so I didn't manufacture this. Now, Africa Environmental Health and Pollution Management Project, Ghana. This is Ghana specific. In Ghana, they gave us money to reduce exposure to mercury and UPOPs pollution in pilot sites and strengthen the institutional capacity to manage and regulate mercury use in artisanal small-scale gold mining and e-waste. Go to Agbubulushi, go and see the e-waste that is there. Go to the post, go and see the boiler that is being brought in every day in terms of IT and computer and things. Now, this approval was given in 2020. Right? The project was approved. Go to the next page. Now, the financial mechanism was the GEF. The date of approval was 2020, as I mentioned. We were giving a total of $8,715,596 to prevent the use of mercury in our water bodies. What has the EPA, what useful thing has the EPA said since we started talking about this Galamsey? Stop Galamsey now. I said $8,715,596. Obroni no they lie. Obroni doesn't lie. You can read about GEF6. It's on the internet. GEF6 is about protection of our forest reserves, water bodies, etc. It will tell you. It's there. If you like to read, you read. So 2 assignments, Nimamata story, and then read about this, the Nimamata Convention that we signed on to in 2014 and actualized in 2017 and got money, $8,715,596 in 2020. What did we do with that money? The government has to, the accountability question is, what did we do with that money? My final video for you before we go. There's a man of God called Prophet Kofi Odro. He has a message for all Galamseyers. Whether you are NDC or MPP, PPP, CPP, whatever it is, he has a message for you. That's my last message. Good morning. Listen to him. I don't pay me the Galamsey food now, Penimubia or Galamsey, God will kill you. I can't catch you. May boss me book quotation. Maybe can be been work as so dear. The book quotation. I send me a make the quotation better actually. A beard could be a quotation would defend itself. Yeah. The Lord said, I will kill her children with death. It's a Galamsey for the name some penny for Ghana. And they Galamsey they fund the party. Nyami be kumuna. Yeah. Because you don't care about people. People are dying from cancers, leukemia, kidney failures, and you don't care. God will let you taste death the way you wish for other people. Greedy people. Yeah. The Bible said, I will kill her children. That's Prophet Kofi Odro. His message is clear. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0.